This is it, the final chapter of our journey. It's been 18 months and it's time to make the hardest decision. I need to really think about what his future is going to be. And at the same time as I'm thinking like this, a friend says to me that somebody that they know had just bought a livery yard, and the daughter of the people that had bought the livery yard didn't want a horse to ride. She just lost her old horse, but because it was like a family thing, she wasn't a rider. The family spent all day at the livery yard, so she just wanted a horse to pat. And I thought, that is perfect. That would be a brilliant home for him. Nobody's going to be riding him, and that to me was like a blessing for him, because yeah, I didn't want to ride him, but I still loved him, and that. So I'd arranged for this girl to have him, and on the day, I said, I'll drop him off. So I put him on the trailer, and again, it was no problem to load, and he travelled well. That wasn't a problem. And so I'm driving him there, and as I'm driving him to drop him off, the tears, I'm absolutely in floods of tears, because I feel like I'm letting him down. I am, I'm failing. In some way, I've failed this horse, and I'm letting him down. And it was really hard. And, and I'm driving him, I'm crying my eyes up. Anyway, pull up at this livery yard, and I get him off the trailer, and tears still flowing down my face, and I walk him round to the stable, and I'll never forget it. The stable was probably that deep with shavings, and he got two big massive hay nets, and I popped him in the stable, and that horse never gave me a second look. He just tucked into his hay, and I thought, they don't think like us. Had I failed him? No, I hadn't, because I tried all I could to make him the horse that I wanted, but that wasn't the horse that he wanted to be. And the only person, by keeping him, the only person that I would have failed would have been myself, because now I'm a lot older, I realise that your riding career is very short. And especially, we came back into horses later on in life, so our riding life was even shorter. The worst thing I could have done was to have kept that horse that was frightening me, to keep that horse that I would do anything else rather than ride the horse. So yes, I would have had a horse, but I wouldn't have had the enjoyment that I've had since making the decision that that horse was not suitable for me. And I explain in one of my other videos, when I actually sold him, my confidence was that destroyed, I wouldn't even go over a trotting pole. But it just, the fear that I'd got was just, I can't describe it. It was it rational? Probably not, but it was how I felt, and that was how that horse had made me feel, because time and time again he'd done his little antics to the point where I thought, I can't do this, I really can't do this. And that was when I brought Flash. Flash was my section D, and he was my saviour, really. Had I have kept the original horse, then I certainly wouldn't have accomplished or done all the things that I've done and achieved in my equestrian career. So I suppose the take from this is, we all sometimes buy the wrong horse. If it's the wrong horse for you, I will guarantee that you are the wrong owner for that horse as well. I know lots of people will say, oh no, well, horses don't have to be ridden, and that they absolutely do not have to be ridden. But what horses need is a confident owner. And when you aren't confident, and at the time I was inexperienced and I didn't know how to get my confidence back, I wasn't doing the horse any favours. I hope that makes sense. So I suppose the takeaway from this little vlog is, if you go and buy a horse and it fails the vetting or you don't see it ridden, it's okay to walk away. Sometimes the right choice isn't the easy one. I always cared for him, and I know that his new home gave him the life he deserved. Thanks for following our journey.